Beware of Tesla lease and charges. We've got this video here. We can do a little bit of a react to it in which Cindy got an over $3,000 bill for turning in their Tesla lease. Let's take a watch here.
Experience, or if you got away with some charges, let me know.
This is how much Tesla charged me to return my Tesla Model 3 so I could get my Y.
Okay, a little background information to add some context. Tesla did offer to cancel my lease 2 months early so that I could get the Model Y in time to still get the federal tax credit. So they waived my last 2 payments. They gave me $500 off the new car. They canceled the disposition fee on my old car. Also gave me a $500 credit to use towards all of my dings, dents, damages invoice. Here's what they charged me after doing their final inspection on my Tesla Model 3 that I just returned. I had pretty curved rims on my back 2 wheels, my left and right wheels. So those were $85 each. And when you're doing your final inspection photos, they have you put a penny in the tread of each tire and take a photo. And my back 2 tires were also found to have pretty low tread, so they need to be replaced. So they charged me $391 for each of those rear wheels. The most expensive thing that me for was when I park in my garage, the treadmill is in front of where I park my car, and I did bump it and it like slightly dented my bumper. I'm gonna put a video here because you can barely see the dent, but somehow they found it on my inspection photos. So they're charging me for a whole new front bumper, which I probably could have had this fixed if I had more notice, but they're charging me $971 for that front bumper. I also did get tint on my windows because I live in Las Vegas and you have to have tint here. So for aftermarket tint, they wanted to charge me $564. However, I was getting tint on my new car. So I just asked the shop if we could kind of do like a little bundle deal, take the tint off my old car and put the new tint on my new car. So I was able to get that done a lot cheaper. So what I did is I submitted another photo to Tesla after the tint was off and said, hey, tint is off, take off this charge. So on my final invoice, they did take off that charge. So if you're keeping track so far, we're up to a little over $1,900, but that's not where it ends. I did sign my lease with 12,000 miles a year. You could pick from 10,000, 12,000, or 15,000. So over the 3 years I had my car, that would be 36,000 miles. I drove almost 45,000 miles, and that's with ending my lease 2 months early. I was about 9,000 miles over what I agreed to on my lease at 25 cents a mile. So that was somewhere around $2,250. Grand total to return my Tesla Model 3 lease was $3,758.98. Don't forget the 98 cents. Honestly, I was prepared for something around this amount because I know I did go over a lot of my miles, but I do real estate, so it's kind of something that I factor in anyways. The scratches on the tires I knew about, the tread I thought I could get away with, and the bumper I didn't think that they would see. So, but yeah, that's what they charged me.
So it's a good video because that does give us some clarity. If you didn't know, when you lease a Tesla, you still have to pay for the wear and tear at the end of the Tesla lease. Like some of these different things, maybe it could have been, absorbed in the cost. And I feel like they do give you some time. Like they don't necessarily bill you at the end. You can request like an inspection early on, send pictures and everything, and then they tell you what the bill is. And then you can try like maybe even 30 days, 60 days to try and get some of the things waived off, like tires at 85 or curb wheels at $85 each. That actually sounds pretty okay. Tint at $564. Yeah, that makes sense. You might as well just work with a shop to try and work with a deal to tint your next vehicle. And a lot of shops will do that. And in fact, the shop that we actually recommend, 24K Shine in the OC area, actually has a deal that if you get tint with him, he will take it off for free when you look to get it done for like a lease turn-in. So you might as well check it out down below, or check them out, link down below, and ask for the dentist deal as well for 24K Shine in the Southern California area. I would imagine OC Tint Solutions might have a similar deal. You can ask for that as well because it's pretty low cost for them to do that, and that would set you up for the end of the lease with the do it. Now, the bumper being damaged at $900, I feel like you could go to some other shops and try and get like some ding repairs for that, depending on the location. So that one would be a tough. And then mileage at the end of that, Tesla does bill you at the end no matter what. And so you can already look at like how much that is. And so that's one big thing. Like if you're looking to be leasing a vehicle from Tesla, you might have to have a good action plan at the end, whether you're going to buy out that Tesla or you're going to be able to just fork over that couple $1,000s. Now, it was cool to hear that Tesla is still doing end of lease waiving payments. You did see that she mentioned that 2 months are being waived at the end, plus the disposition fee, plus some other different fees that are waived as well, which is really nice to see that Tesla is working with a $500 wear and tear. So it's not that bad at the end of it, and she's probably getting a low lease payment on the new Tesla as well. But I just did want to highlight this. Thank you, Cindy, for making this video and posting it, and that it is it's not necessarily just the payment you have to be worried about when you're leasing a vehicle. You do have to be worried about lease end charges when you are turning in the vehicle as well. And the one thing for sure is if you go out to be buying a Tesla, don't forget it doesn't come with this, and that's going to be a set of all-weather floor mats. Our favorite set is a set by 3W all-weather floor mats, especially when you use promo code Dennis35. You get 35% off, which is their highest offer yet. So if you're looking for a floor mat set that has lifetime warranty, great fitment, definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. And we'll also be at SEMA Vegas at the 3W all-weather floor mat booth. So if you're around, definitely stop by and say hi, and check out our red Model Y there as well. But thank you to 3W for supporting the channel and everything.